Blame yourself in 9 days when everything gets shut down, not the government. Going to the strip, casino, and bar was not ever crucial. Stay home. Or don't complain when your favorite salon, restaurant, etc. has to close. That quote came from Carly Sisolak, the governor's daughter. What does it mean? Should we flip out? Before you dislike this video, I'm going to tell you, you shouldn't flip out just quite yet. We're going to go over what that quote means, and we're going to go over how I think the pandemic is spreading in Las Vegas, and why I think because of things that existed way before the current state administration, I think it's just a mess. And we'll talk about that in this video and the prospects of the strip closing right now. How's it going out there, YouTube friends? My name is Steven and I am not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. I hope you would do me a few favors during this video if I deserve it and if I earn it. I hope you would like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for all future notifications. And that way you guys can know when I go live in Las Vegas. You guys will know when I do new videos, when I post up nicely edited videos, which I'm going to start doing a lot more of. I know I've been saying that for months, but I almost have my next one done and I just finished up the Circle one. You'll know about all that. And leave us a comment below. What are your plans for Thanksgiving or Christmas or holiday or Hanukkah or whatever you like to celebrate at this time of the year? I want to know your plans. Just interested to know what the world is doing during the whole C-19 second wave that we're in, and that would be your comment of the day. Let us know in the comments below. If you guys want to support the channel, all that stuff is totally free. It doesn't cost you a penny, not even a nickel, not even $1. You guys can do that. Also, we have YouTube channel memberships. There's also Patreon. Get your name in the credits, get access to stuff I don't post anywhere else, help support the channel that way. We also have VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. Now, I can't sell these masks, but guess what? Look at that, Raiders, baby. I also have Vegas Golden Knights. We have USC with the logo on it if you're from Cali, which a lot of you are, and you might like that team. Guess what? Black Friday special. Any order you're going to post up to us gets a free mask. It doesn't just have to be sports teams. So go to VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. Any order you put in gets a free mask of your choice. If you want to get those sports logos, now's the time to do it, or any other mask for that choice. VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. That goes through till the end of Thanksgiving Day. All right, so yeah, that quote that we just read, man, that's craziness, isn't it? Now, before everybody says, I knew it, you're getting political, I'm unsubscribing you. I'm not getting political. I'm going to say this, okay? Every single person has posted something out of frustration online, social media style, right? Every person's done it. You've done it, I've done it. If you've not done it, then oh my gosh, you must be one of the most patient people in the world. And so that was Carly, was it Carly or Carrie? It was Steve Sisolak's daughter, okay? And let's see, what is her name? Carly Sisolak. She actually is the Director of Marketing and Community Relations for the Las Vegas Golden Knights. And so that puts her into you should have known better territory to say that. And according to the thread and what I was looking at, it looks like she has actually made that post disappear, then made her account go private on Instagram, then made her account disappear. Probably she had stuff on there that proved that she was also going to casinos during this time, or maybe there was a picture of her socializing, kind of things that normal people were doing in Las Vegas, and doing it cautiously. But it just begs the question, what does that really mean? I mean, does she have insider information? Are we playing insider baseball? Is that the term that I want to use? And does that mean that we're shutting down? Oh my gosh, in a few days, next week, 9 days, I better cancel my trip to Vegas. Oh, not so fast, not so fast. Look, if you don't cancel your trip to Vegas and everything gets shuttered down, I'm not taking responsibility. But at the same time, what are the chances are that we read between the lines? The last line that she wrote in that post was, don't complain when your favorite salon, restaurant, etc. has to close. All right, so what does that mean? And why are we looking at closing stuff that's not necessarily on the strip? It's an interesting question to be unwrapped. So if we look at her statement, it looks like if she did have inside knowledge, she's saying what I've been saying, which is that the casinos likely not to close. The restaurants on the casinos, all those things, possibly the bars in the casinos might close, but it doesn't mean the casinos are in the strip is now a dry location. It means that you just have to go and drink at the slot machine or at the lounge or whatever it is. There's other places to drink. There has been in the past, there will be in the future. If that means that they're closing stuff that's just for me and my wife and my neighbors and my friends that live here full time, wow, why would that even happen? Well, I think the other half of this is that there's a horrible thing that's going on that, again, this isn't political. You guys have to just, I want you to take a deep breath and say namaste for a minute. because we've been through the most horrible political year and horrible year in general that we've had. So don't think I'm saying everything is politics. It's totally not. Before Steve Sisolak was the governor, before, probably when it was a Republican governor, we had laws that were put into place. And I say probably because before Sisolak, we were predominantly a red state. It was just a lot of Republican governors before him. There was a law that says that the casinos do not have to report any data on people getting sick in them. So right now, what's happening is simple, okay? And the way I look at it is this is just my theory, and you can tell me if you think my theory is correct or incorrect below. Please leave a comment on that one too. What's happening is simple. And you're going to say I'm building the case for closing down Las Vegas, and if that's what you think, then that's what you think. That's your opinion, and I respect that. You're entitled to it. May not agree with it, but I respect it. People come here and visit here from somewhere else. They go to the hotel casino property. They sit at a bar or they stay in their room, and the person comes in and they're asymptomatic. They have the C19. Now, C19 is a thing that most people survive at this point, highly survivable, but some people don't, and that's the main problem with the spread that we have. They stay in the room. The person who works there cleans the room or services them and picks it up, and then goes to the grocery store near their house and walks around. And you know what? They have an itchy eye or they have an itchy ear. They scratch that even though they're wearing a face mask. Then they go and pick up a product. Oh, I think I might buy this. Oh no, I'm not going to buy that one. I'm going to buy that one. And then somebody else comes around, picks up the product, itchy eye, itchy whatever, wearing a face mask. But hey, my ear is itchy. My nose. Oh, I got to pull my mask down for half a second. You know, and then boom, then we have the spread. So why is it that we can't pin this down? And that's the question. Well, the casinos and the laws that existed from a long time ago say that the casinos are going to have their temperature checks, they're going to have all this stuff, and they're completely in compliance from what I hear. Pretty much, you've only heard of like 2 or 3 cases in the last 8 months where casinos have been cited for breaking the rules. So they have their employee, maybe their employee's running a fever, or their employee just feels overly fatigued. They send them to their private laboratory, and there's a couple of them that they contract with these casinos. They get their tests done. The tests come back positive. The employee is sent home to do the quarantine thing. They come back to work, and that data gets fed out to the health district. But the data to the health district doesn't tell them where the problem came from. Unless the casinos are like the Wynn, and the Wynn is the only one I've seen that's actually reported anything, and they haven't made an update to their reports in months. Nobody knows how many employees at the casinos are actually coming into contact with this thing. And those people are then going out to areas that spread this thing. So then if we were to close the bars, and we were to close the restaurants, and we were to close things, then I guess technically we would stop the spread in the local community. But what would we be doing? I mean, we would just be basically limiting it to the strip, which means that people would still be coming into the strip and still be coming into contact with it. And then those people would go home and they would feel sick, but they wouldn't be able to pin down whether or not they got it in Las Vegas or at the airport when they landed in, I don't know, Des Moines, Iowa. I'm just naming a random city. I don't know why I always default to Iowa. Probably because the people I met from Iowa are always super nice. And I'm a big fan of corn in the summertime on the barbecue grill. I don't know. So they end up in, you know, Chattanooga, Tennessee, and they don't know if they get it there or if they got it in Vegas. And I think that's the argument that people are trying to make for shutting down stuff that's not necessarily on the strip. But does it go far enough? I guess most people would say, no, it doesn't go far enough if you were of the camp of let's put ourselves in our houses and just lock ourselves up. I mean, I'm going to go out tonight and do some kind of a strip tour, not strip tour. I'm going to go out and do some kind of a Las Vegas tour. I'm not going to go down to where it's super high density people for a few days or a few weeks because I want to see if that number that keeps inching up further and further goes down a little bit. But then again, I'm going to go to somewhere like Spring Mountain Road, or maybe I'll go to downtown Summerlin tonight and check out that, where there's way less people and way less chance of coming into contact with something. And I think that's a more balanced approach to our lives than having to just go nuts and close everything. But, you know, hey, this is something that's apparently aerosolized, it's airborne. This is something that people are going to get. This is something that most people are, thank God, surviving. And this is something that horribly hurts certain types of groups. So that's a lot to unpack, and I want you guys to go ahead and subscribe to the channel so I can give you more information as we do get it. It seems like there's so much data flying at us all the time, so we're going to compound that with the nasty election that we just went through and everything that's happening, so people are defensive. If you guys, this is the last tip of the video, not even related to Las Vegas, if you guys have dear friends and family that in the last few months, maybe you've done it yourself, have you know, become combative and become just mean and just defensive over stuff, just know it's just your psyche, it's just a burden on your mind. Don't hold it personally against them. I'd recommend you do what I have done in the past. If you can get yourself to do it, go out and just contact those people and say, you know what, I apologize if I wronged you, because that'll make you feel a lot better. Trust me, it really will. And even if they don't accept your apology and you were sincere in it, it's going to be a little bit of a lift on your spirit. So that's what I've had to do in the past, especially when times of stress are upon us. And I have not known a more stressful year than 2020. It's almost over. Things like this don't help it, but hopefully we can get through. And I don't think the strip's gonna close. I think everything around me might close. I think we'll be living in a very weird kind of dichotomy of open versus closed for a little bit out here in Las Vegas. But hey, look, if you're coming into town and you need the face masks, make sure you check out vegasfacemask.com. We got that Black Friday special coming up. They're very, very comfortable. They go around the back of your head. People say, well, yours don't fit. That's because I don't tighten them on camera. Super tight. We'll give you guys 2 for $25, and you get a free one with your order coming up until the next Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. Now's the time of the video where I say, what do you think? Do you think that this right here was just somebody frustrated, venting on social media? Do you think there's something to it? Are they really going to close everything? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. If I did, I'd just go play them Powerball numbers in LA and go down to California and just make YouTube videos all day and not work a full-time day job plus this. But I'm going to get close to the camera and tell you thank you for watching. Now's the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. And are you ready? I'm going to say 3, 2, 1. You're the best part of my morning, as always. And I appreciate you. And click.